Alright, what's up everybody? Yo-Yo, thank you for watching Word to Your Mother's Uncle. So this is from a brand new video game called Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't play it, I just kind of stumbled onto it. I'll tell you more about that after this. But this is just the intro. This is all this is just a fighting game. It's just a fighting game, that's all it is. This intro blew my mind. I was like, holy cussing bovine whenever I watched it. Let's just see how deep this fighting game gets behind the scenes. What's really going on under the surface here, this plot line.
We are born of two universes, each of them imperfect, each afflicted with the cancer of organic life. From their ruins, a new universe shall be forged in the fire of the stones of reality and space. All life remade in our image, in steel, free from the sins of the flesh. We are Ultron Sigma. We are your God.
Well, there you go. So if that doesn't sum up the agenda behind transhumanism, meaning the microchipping, the implants, and then the Masonic great work, the merging the duality into unity, I don't know what does. And it sounds like it's from a Masonic standpoint right here, because there are some admitted Masons on here. They're on this little clique that go around to YouTube videos and they talk a bunch of trash and say everybody should be killed off and humanity's so stupid and, you know, kids should be shot in the face and all this kind of stuff. So I disagree with that. I could go on off a whole tangent. I think everybody's heart's in the right place. I don't think we all deserve to be genocided, but that's just me. I think everybody is acting really irresponsible right now and very stupid, and everybody's pretty lazy, but I don't think the answer is death. You know, everybody's heart's in the right place, I think, for the most part, but everybody's just so scared and confused and lost right now that no one even knows which way is up. Anyway, born in two universes, this is the duality into unity, this is the split, this is the two pillars into one, the two sides into one. The twin towers, two towers came down, one came up, because the two represents the twins, the two suns. And that's what one of the things the G in the Masonic compass stands for, is the great work, and that's the merging the duality into unity. Baal, the god Baal, right, that we've talked about a bunch, that's the split, also duality, the god of duality. That's what Baal stands for, is balance. You're just trying to get a decent balance. We're light beings. Everything in this place is light. They talk about light, I mean, it's lightsaber in Star Wars, or light speed and light years away when they talk about space. This is all light. And your job is to try to get, Baal is short for balance. You're just trying to make a good balance between darkness and light. And so that requires you doing work on yourself. And it is scary. It sure is. But it has to be done. And you can't force anybody to wake up. The best thing you can do is clean out your own darkness, because we're all connected. So if you clean out your darkness, or at least try to clean out some of your darkness, well, then that will inspire someone that you probably won't even meet, but it doesn't matter, because it's still for the greater good. That's why in that song, The Man in the Mirror, it's what Michael Jackson's talking about. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. It was incredible the other day, because I work at a grocery store and I found this. It was, the fortune cookie was eaten, but the fortune itself was left on the shelf that I was cleaning up. And it said, be the change that you want to see in the world. And that's amazing. That, if that's not the answer, I don't know what is. There's even some ancient philosopher, some super ancient Chinese philosopher out there, I think it was, that even talked about this as well. It said, like, basically, clean out the darkness in your life and you'll see less darkness in the world, or something along those lines. Because we're all connected. And if you don't figure out, or at least try to merge these two sides together for yourself, well, then these guys will do it for you. And you don't want that, because it's going to be down a dark, perverted path that's all about mind control and fear. And if this isn't, and maybe that's how they're going to sell this transhumanism stuff when it goes mainstream, when you basically are left with no choice. Maybe that's what they'll tell you. Yeah, get these microchips. Yeah, get these implants. It'll free you from the sins of the flesh, and then you'll ascend, and then everything will be great. And you've only got, and that's why, and also in that song "Man in the Mirror," you got to do it for you. You got to figure out to do this stuff for yourself before they do it for you, because you only have so much time to get it right. It's why it's called we're called the human race. This is a timed event. You only have so long to get it straight. So in that song, Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson performed it. He didn't write it. But in that song that he sings, Man in the Mirror, you want to make the world a better if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. You got to get it right while you've got the time. Because it's a race. And this is all at the beginning, like I said at the beginning. This is just a fighting game. That's all it is. And how I found out about this is that I work with this guy who plays all these. He's a huge video game nerd. And so he was telling me about it because this is like the 10th sequel to this series. And I was just kind of interested in it. I was wondering what the characters were because it's Marvel comic book characters versus Capcom game characters, which I think is totally rad because they got like Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins, which is one of the most infuriating badass games of all time. And then you got like Chris Redfield from Resident Evil and Mega Man. And so I was kind of interested in just seeing what it looked like. And so I was trying to watch a video to learn about what characters were in it. And then I saw this and I was like, holy cussing bovine. And so I even went back to the guy. And I told him, I was like, man, because I've given him just, barely just tell him a little bit every now and then because he'll tell me about a video game that he's playing. I'll be like, yeah, man, that happened, or that's prophesied to happen here in the future. Or I can give him exact example in the headlines now, in real time, how that game that he's talking about, that plot line, is based off a real event or going to be real event that the world itself, the governments, the corporations, whatever, are preparing for. So I went back to him and told him, I was like, holy jeez. I said, that intro to that game is something else, man. I said, it's trying to tell you there's a whole lot more going on than this little silly fighting game. Which, of course, goes right over his head, but that's fine. You know, where everybody learns at their own pace, and no one is supposed to point fingers and judge anyone on how far or when they progress. Keep that shit to yourself. If you're out there pointing fingers, you know what? Then you don't got any idea what the hell is going on. Pointing fingers, judging people goes to show that you ain't learned a damn thing. Nothing. That's fine. That's why this place is a circle. Maybe you'll figure it out the next time around. Since you missed it this time around, maybe the next time around you'll pick it up. Clown shoes. Stupid. Whatever though. You know, hey. Should be fun to watch this place destroy itself. I mean, I do kind of feel like that's what we got coming to ourselves, but it's going to be a great learning experience. I'll suffer just like everyone else, but hey, now what am I going to do about it? Just work on myself the best I can and try to be the best person I can every day. Try to do random acts of kindness. That's all you can really do. And keep the faith, and that's it. So, Marvel vs. Capcom. The Masonic great work and the transhumanism agenda all wrapped up into one short little intro right before Spider-Man and Mega Man start kicking each other's ass. Okay. Upside down world, man, I tell you what. Thanks to my subscribers out there.